Hey everybody, it's been Monday for y'all all day today. Everybody was saying they didn't catch the earlier live stream, so I figured I'd come back, but it don't look like it's going to be any. I got one showing up. That's probably somebody from YouTube land checking up on me, make sure I don't say something I shouldn't. Who all's getting snow today? Well, we got two people in here now. Somebody come on in and talk to me. Got one thumbs up, two people in here. Come on, somebody talk to me. I'm about ready to give somebody some bulldogs. So every time I get on here trying to talk to somebody, they come up here and start fighting. Oh, we're up to three. Still nobody's got anything to say. They didn't last long. Up down to one. I'm not very interesting without somebody to talk to. All right, guys, I'm not going to just sit here and let y'all look at my pretty face for nothing. Been listening to Grim Survival ranting about not complying about face masks. Thinking he's going to get banned off of YouTube for no face mask. Or talking about it, rather. New channel y'all need to check out, Backwoods Prepping. You know, we've got Domestic Gangsta. She comes on here and every now and then TJ preps. Hope her mother-in-law is doing all right. don't know why people aren't receiving notifications of these in their email or however they've got it set up. If any of the new people that have subscribed in the past couple of days show up, I really appreciate the new subscribers. Well, I don't know what to do, guys. Nobody's showing up. I didn't have anything specific to rant about. There's D. Missed it this morning. It's snowing in Wisconsin today. It's trying to snow down here in the south. What are your thoughts on wearing the mask, D? Yeah, the temperature dropped here just all at once today. We had a little bit of rain yesterday, and now it's windy and cold today. Never been to Wisconsin. I think I might like it up there. I'm sure there's got to be some pretty country there. Oh, the mask. Breathing in on your own exhaust, yeah. I've seen a lot of people. I saw some being used in the college football Sunday that was nothing but a mesh screen, similar to what would be over a window or a door or whatever, the same basic size. And that was supposed to be something to it. My opinion, it's just a control measure. I think they're just doing it trying to condition people to do what they're told to do. Yeah, as long as you got the Mississippi River, that's good. I love catfishing. My other YouTube page is dedicated to catfishing. I hadn't been in a Walmart in over a year. I was looking at Amazon just a while ago about the neck gaiters, and instead of trying to wear that darn mask that way, I don't forget to take one in. All I got to do is put it on, which I don't really go anywhere. But that way, all I had to do was just slide it up over my face, and it would be the same difference. I figured I'd get one with an American flag on. Just going to make other people mad about that too. Well, some of them now have got ear holes in them where they'll hook behind your ears. You're making valid points. I don't believe any of the surgical masks or anything are 7 layers. I hadn't taken time to take one apart to find out. Well, I can tell you right now, it's only going to get worse as far as freedoms go. I saw somebody today posted a box of freedom seeds for a scatter gun, and they were like $34 for a box of 25. And I thought that was excessively high. Did you watch the gathering video? You got to excuse me. I'm probably fixing to have to beat some dogs. I don't mean to be skeptical of it, but I don't know if it's going to help things or not. Yeah, I'm Vermpy, all right. I sure am, Bester. I'm bad grumpy right now. These dogs are driving me crazy. Oh, they just confirmed Biden to have won Wisconsin. It's blowing my mind how they think. He didn't even campaign. He had rallies and he'd have 12 people. How did he win? That's what blows my mind. Y'all two need to quit. It's worse than that, Bester. I'm not going to tell y'all again. Get out from up here. Exactly. You went to 2 Trump rallies. it's the two of y'all and somebody that we don't know, probably a lurker from YouTube. What do y'all think the odds are as far as what we've been talking about if it goes to court? Why not, Vester? I thought you knew everything. D, I hope you're wrong about it already being decided, but you could be right. I think it was decided 4 years ago and it just didn't happen like they wanted it. So now they had no recourse. I don't think we'll ever see I don't think the truth is going to come out. Growing up, my dad, he hated John Kennedy or John F. Kennedy. And I never could understand why. I still don't understand why. But he was being fed what the media wanted, what he saw in the media and what was going on. He didn't know what was going on. He didn't know the facts that have come out since then. My grandmother, her third husband, his father was in business with Joseph Kennedy during the time of Prohibition and was actually in business with him on a shipment or something with the ship called the Blackbird that sank. So we all know if you had anything to do with any large amounts of illegal whiskey during that time that you had to be in the mob related. Hi, Miss Vivian. So you've only voted twice and you won't do it anymore. I think as of late it's probably been rigged. Yes, D, I was a deputy sheriff for about 2 years. Y'all be careful, the bear woke up. Well, that's a good thing. There's a lot of good officers as well as there bad in anything. There's always good and bad in everything you do, from teachers to officers to firemen. Um, it had its moments of being hard. I dealt with a lot of domestic violence. Well, we're doing good. We're up to 6. The guys that I work with, they're still like brothers today. Well, thank you, Vester. Y'all hang on just a second. I'm gonna mute it for just a second. You work tonight, Bub? Oh, you just up? Okay. Ain't that the truth? Oh no, you got to be kidding. They certified Arizona for Biden, huh? What you hunting? They should be hanging up in there. Oh. Well, you forgot to hit the like button. Shame on you, Vester. Have y'all been over to Domestic Gangsta and helped her out and subbed her? And I can't think of what KB's stuff is right now. I'll have to remember it. Y'all do me that favor and try to watch anytime y'all see uh, anybody that picks up on my channel. If you see them pick up, go and sub them, or at least go look at them, see if you want to sub them. Try to help them out. But now, anybody can do a live as long as they do it off a laptop or, a PC, actual PC. And you can go live on Yardstream or Streamlabs or anything like that. No, D, I didn't start with domestic. I did it all. I'm a large gentleman. I'm 6'4", and that time I was a little over 300 pounds. So it was an intimidation factor that went in to go into domestic violence calls. No, Vester, I hadn't checked out Rumble yet. Yeah, that's what I've been told. Well, I'll check it out sometime today, tonight, Mister. So, you been hunting any more, Vester? Well, that's where you can't let being sick affect you now. That's where Grim Survival said he was going to end up going. Was probably over to Rumble completely. If he ended up something wrong here. Do y'all think his logo of will not comply, you think that's too aggressive? Speaking of the gathering stuff, what about this idea just crossed my mind? They want such and such. Yeah, I know TJ's on Rumble. You know, such and such life matters and this, that, and the other. You know, what about a shirt that said freedom matters? My freedom matters. Instead of blank lives matter, my freedom matters. Or my free life matters. Sorry, talking about shooting a dog. Biden free matters. Careful, Vester, you're going to get me knocked off here. You live in North Carolina or South Carolina, Vester? I can't remember. Oh, I didn't mean you had to take it down. I was just kidding with you. Oh, Virginia. Oh, you are up in the thick of it, aren't you? Well, thank you, Miss Lady. But still, in that part of the country. Anything and everything, Miss Lady. It's just been a crazy Monday. We were talking about the gathering that they had last night, the meeting, and then discussing about the will not comply business going on, talking about the mask, how everybody else felt about it. I saw somebody use a vape and actually took a draw off the vape through a mask, then exhale through the mask. And that's about how well it worked. It didn't. I looked at the news today, but I didn't see anything interesting worth talking about. Everybody make sure they got all their toilet paper bought up. There, they got a bunch of Cowboys jerseys floating around. Well, it's hard to tell how many people they have in the preparedness type movement, because we all, I can't say we all, but all the cool kids, you know, if you follow one, you follow most of them. So you really can't go by their numbers. They can say, I've got 20,000, but those 20,000 are probably still part of somebody else's 20,000. So you're going to have so many duplicates per channel that you're not going to know if you've got 40,000 or you've got, 20,000. You may have all the same under everybody else's page. But it's still, it's a numbers game, just like everything else. And it's one of those deals when, any of us qualify as a keyboard warrior is fine as long as we're right here behind the keyboard, but we can't get out, if it comes actually coming out and doing something. I hadn't seen it a lot here. Um, I know people finally decided to stop talking about what they've got put up as far as if they have a stockpile. Now they started going more to the what if somebody shows up to your house and says, "Oh, I need help." That helping hand business stopped a long time ago for me. I don't know, Buster, how long you think I ought to let go? It's been 36 minutes right now. Yeah, David, is that the following that we're talking about, or is that somebody different? I don't know, Buster. I got on here. I only did this because you missed this morning and some other people missed it, and I was a little different. Yeah, so it's a different group. Well, this bunch needs to tie in with them too. It's going to take a coordinated effort of everybody out there, and I don't know if we'll be able to beat it or not. Well, that's just like I thought, like 2 days or more before everybody, I posted about the Great Reset, and nobody paid attention, unfortunately, to me talking about the Great Reset. That's what's coming down from Australia. Is they're talking um, if you're on any kind of government assistance, you will not be able to get that government assistance, be it Social Security, food stamps, or whatever, if you can't prove that you took the shot. They're now again, this is Australia. They're locking them down. Only one person can leave the house a day. If they go to work, they have to be essential personnel. And that includes somebody leaving on a grocery store or whatever. It's that one person per day. The travel restrictions. Um, it was a couple other things going on with that too. But we know that the U.S. comes right behind and tries to follow the European model. I've been seeing a lot and I get where these people are upset with officers, but they're just doing what they're told, or coming up with people, um, saying stuff to people about putting on a mask and or they go into a store and they leave or whatever, and these clerks or whatever think they have some kind of authority. They're telling people to put on a mask, and they're getting told what they can do with that idea, and then they call a law, and then the law shows up. Well, law shows up, they're not wearing a mask. How does law enforcement enforce the law if they don't follow the law? That's beyond me. It's not some things are not as do as I say do, not as I do. It's just, how many people are going to pay attention? A law enforcement officer, he says not to steal, but you see him stealing. Or you see him doing something, just anything that's against the law, but then he wants to come arrest you for the exact same thing. There's no way that you're going to, it comes down to respect. Yeah, I can say that too. I'm glad that that's the only reason I'm glad that my parents aren't here. Hey, Ace. I never said it was a law. People are trying to act like it's a law. But yes, they are calling law enforcement to try to enforce the fact that people wear it, and they're saying that they've put out uh, mandates, and they're bringing up fines if you don't wear a mask, and first one thing then another. Best I'm afraid is this law will take the whole next 4 years to get anything done. If it doesn't, if we don't have irreparable damage done in that time. My daughter will probably disagree with me, but as far as the Great Reset, this deal, um, all the CV-19 stuff, if it was done like some people believe, you're right, Ace. I don't believe they should either, but it's if their higher ups give them an order to do something, they're going to do it most of the time. It actually comes down from the higher ups. You know, it's not just your patrolmen that are taking it upon themselves to do anything. They're told by their higher ups to do it. So, you know, basically the chain of command. But the other, I think this is just a culling system that this virus came about is to help lower some of the population. And you know, if you're not strong or you got underlying problems, it hits you really hard. So then that just takes away from the need of worrying about that particular part of the population. Like TJ said about her mother-in-law, she said she felt like basically the whole assisted living home that she was in had CV-19. So, and they weren't going to send anybody to the hospital unless they started having some kind of problem, unless the actual relatives wanted them sent. And Bear Independent this morning finally come across and said he stepped back, saying that he had several people tell him that, you know, such and such hospital wasn't full of patients and whatever, but somebody else came across and told him, well, their hospital was, they've converted their ambulance bays into patient room. They had a small, I want to say maybe 8 or 12 beds, something ICU, and they had 19 or 20 people in their CV-19 ICU. All the conference rooms, basically anywhere they could get a bed, they had a bed. It's my understanding that Georgia, and I'll be corrected if I'm wrong, Georgia has got one of the highest rates right now. Alabama's not too far behind. You know, you got hospitals that running 600 beds that are over capacity. Well, now that's what he said this morning. How do you find a cure for something that has a supposedly above 90% survival rate? They won't talk, they're saying 96, 98%. I don't know. Oh, just 2,000 a day positive cases, that's all? That's just a drop in the bucket. I wish Miss Teresa would show up. She sent me a message earlier telling me it was snowing in Florence, Alabama. Oh, excuse me, Jasper, Alabama. A little while ago. I know it snowed up in North Mississippi. And when I say snowing, there are flurries. But if you live in North Mississippi or North Alabama, if 3 snowflakes fall, all the milk and bread is gone in about 15 minutes. Yeah, D. I mean, but in the South, we had last year, we only had, I don't think we had 10 days that the temperature stayed below 32 degrees at night. We had a week before Thanksgiving that it got in the 20s. Investor, the hospitals are spending that money hand over fist too, because you can take a staff position nurse, making her regular wage, but then they're losing all the staff position nurses because if they travel a little bit with all this going on, they're making, by the time their travel pay and everything, they're making unreal money. So none of these nurses want to stay for a staff position when they can go sign up for 13 weeks and travel and not necessarily even have to pay for the travel. It's a good thing I didn't know this when I was young. I could have been a good nurse. They'd have had me in a psych ward, sure as well. Working, not as a patient. I know I look like a patient, but I watched the last Halloween movie that came out today, and I thought about getting hold of them and threatening a lawsuit because looked a lot like me, gray-headed and short hair and real ugly. I wouldn't want to be around Jamie Lee Curtis now. She's done got to. She's looking rough. I didn't say nothing about Santa. I was talking about Michael on there. This is the first movie they ever really show him without his mask. And they don't show much of his face then. Like one eye and no hair back of his head. It was actually a pretty good Halloween movie. The last Halloween. The last one they made. It just came out on TV, Pester. Well, it premiered last week. And I recorded it. It was on last night. And I recorded it. That's the only way I keep up with stuff. So I record it on DVR and go back and watch it later most of the time. Unless my daughter's got it full of crap like The Good Doctor and Station 19 or some mess like that. If y'all see me jerk, she threw something at me. Put your Christmas back. I don't care. Lord, I hope y'all can't hear that bulldog snoring again. Well, who else has got a live stream going tonight? Barry Independent will have, no, he's got men's Monday tonight. Does Angry Prepper have anything going tonight? I was trying to look to see if I see anything. Well, hi, Miss Linda. Well, thank you for joining the channel from Arkansas. Did y'all get any snow today? Well, I feel special now, Bester. I don't see anything else going on. right now for tonight. That's what I was doing. I had my phone out, just looking to see if any had any updates on anybody else that I follow, y'all follow, just to see if. Let's see. Yeah, Angry Prepper is going to be on tonight at 8 p.m. his time with his guest tonight is Urban Prepper. So. Yeah, I think Angry Prepper does a real good job. He breaks down into all the different questions that he asks. Did you say they certified Arizona too for Biden? It looks like they're holding a public hearing right now on it. I also saw somebody else was talking about their mag was just going straight to food distributors, that they had enough people that they were buying wholesale from food distributors. I think that's about the way Bear Independent does it. He has so many people out there around him that they're just buying from their distributors. What part of Arkansas, Miss Linda? North, south, east, west? Excuse me, one of my fleas is acting up. Yeah, we have a few of those around here. I was told the other day that if you kill wild game, you got to have paperwork to go with it. If you're going to take it to have it processed. So the next one that goes through my yard, my daughter's going to get a crash course in processing. We don't have tags for SAD. It's well, I mean, that may be what it amounts to. I just that was just told me the other day. which is not really hard to process one. The hard part is, having the wrapping paper and stuff like that. If you want to have it in paper or you want to have it wrapped in plastic or whatnot, that's the hard part of it. Wow. Huh. I guess Mississippi and Alabama is just way behind on that. Because I know people in Mississippi that have in the past, um, as far as numbers, been in the teens. I had 3 in my yard one day and 1 another day. Who has, it may not be here, where did birch trees grow? Do they grow, does it have to be a colder part? You need a crossbow then, Bester. Ah, I got you. Well, you may be about to get there. I hear you better put orange collars on. That's getting pretty serious, though. Orange vest. It's getting pretty serious. Though, if they can take your truck for not having a tag or a tagged deer, rather, in your freezer, and that's getting pretty serious. Excuse me. Is Miss Linda still with us? Did come. We only have to pay that much if we go out of state. In this part of the country, you can buy a lifetime license for $500. Have one to replace it. Oh my goodness. I wish I was able. I think I'd go down to Florida and do the snake hunting. You better find you some people to take them out, D. That's a bunch of deer. 45 and basically a herd there. Nah, I don't care. Them hogs is more dangerous than a snake. Of course, they're becoming rampant everywhere. Wild hogs are. I can tell you, I'd have got them out. I'd have been dragging them out after I shot them. All right, everybody. I've been on here about an hour, going on 13 minutes. I'm gonna get off here. We'll do it again later, tomorrow, or the next day. But see what we can get together going this week. Y'all be safe. Need anything, shoot me an email.